Up next is a look at Action TV.
Under the good governance regime, the administration of Lanka, the controversial airline commenced at great cost to the treasury, has been brought under Sri Lankan Airlines. At present, there appears to be no result following investigations conducted at considerable expense regarding the operations of Lanka from its inception until the 7th of January 2015. 7 months have now passed since an incident far more serious than the wastage of funds occurred at Lanka under the good governance regime. The incident over which the Civil Aviation Authority is yet to conduct an investigation concerns this individual. Since this person is duty-bound to follow the rules and regulations established by the International Civil Aviation Organization, there is a possibility that both Lanka and Sri Lankan Airlines may be restricted to domestic airspace if the Civil Aviation Authority fails to conduct a proper investigation into the incident in question. In 2011, this individual was recruited to Lanka on a contract basis with 19 years of experience as a pilot under his belt. By this point in time, he had the professional capacity to function as a captain in line with the criteria laid down by the International Civil Aviation Organization. The contract between Lanka and the captain, reached on the 11th of July 2011, was extended periodically and was due for renewal on the 11th of July 2017. However, on the 11th of September 2015, the management of Lanka terminated the contract. Initially, the airline maintained that the contract had expired. When this was proved to be false, the airline switched tracks and claimed that his service was no longer required. When this reason too could not be justified, the direct operations at Lanka revealed the true cause for the termination of the contract. In a sworn affidavit, it was claimed that the captain had committed an act of sabotage. The act of sabotage in question was the decision made by the captain to refuse to fly to Seychelles on the 29th of August 2015. On his last flight to Seychelles, it took great effort on the part of this captain to avert disaster, having been provided with an incorrect weather report by the airline. On the 29th, I reported to the Flight Control Center or the Flight Dispatch of Sri Lankan Airlines as usual. The weather report I received on this day predicted far worse conditions than the previous report. I did not wish to go through a similar experience to my last flight, and it would have also been illegal, so I refused to fly the aircraft in those conditions. Airlines do incur losses in such instances, but airlines give priority to safety and the law in such instances. We are dealing with people's lives. If an incident occurred on this flight, even if it was not caused by the weather, the airline would receive nothing in terms of insurance for violating the law and flying regardless. This is why I said that the previous flight was also illegal due to the incorrect weather report. Are the bigwigs at Lanka attempting to bring the qualities of chaos and anarchy in ground transport in Sri Lanka to the skies as well? Against this backdrop, can the authorities continue to neglect the investigation that this professional is calling for? Minister of Transport and Civil Aviation, over to you.